Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Welcome back to Wind Tunnel TV. Tonight we've got the Kylou Glass Gen 4 series here from EchoPark. Some might remember it as Atlanta, and this is old Atlanta here tonight. I'm Dean Doucette. He's Adam the Bulldog Newton. Adam, a little EchoPark action. I mean, it's not really EchoPark, is it?
No, it's not. To me, it's still Atlanta. Just because they put a fancy name on it doesn't change this old Atlanta.
How did it get its name, Adam? EchoPark? I mean, can you hear echoes down there? What's going on?
One of the Bruton Smith, his son, they just wanted to give it a nice name for a tax write-off, I think. But, yeah, EchoPark is just basically a used car dealership.
All right, when we think about these cars, the power under the hood here at Old Atlanta, what do you think we're going to see here? What do the guys got to be aware of here tonight?
Well, the big thing is tire wear. Tire wear and who can keep the air on the nose of the car. I think that's going to be key, as you see right there, Ian Spear. Just got a little bit twisted getting down into 4. These cars are very finicky, especially at the older tracks. They like to have grip. They don't like older surfaces.
Yeah, that's a fact. Going to be interesting. You know, we're looking on West Pistol here. He's definitely the type of driver who should have a good night. Michael Walker comes to mind. And, of course, our points leader. Let's bring those up right now. Unofficial standings, of course. But the not the Rifleman. I mean, it is the Rifleman. I'm getting mixed up. I'm getting old in here, Adam. I was thinking Gunslinger for a minute, but Jason, the Rifleman Ratliff, your points leader, and him and Walker on top of the board here, they probably two guys I'd pick to have a good night here too, Adam.
Well, you could say he's a baby slinger, but but yeah, it just depends on who goes the deepest in the corners and rolls off, and who can get off the corner the best too.
Well, what do you think? Like driving into one here, you want to get in there good and deep, do you, Adam?
Yeah, I think getting in there good and deep and then letting it roll and then getting your way off the smoothest is the best way that you can be at this track. Because if you get in too deep, then your car gets loose and sloppy and has a tendency to you have to chase it up the hill, and you never want to chase something when you're trying to get off the corner.
Yeah, it's very interesting, you know, and we've seen a lot of people doing that, getting in there deep, trying to rotate, cut it down the track. I'm not so sure that's the way around here tonight. We're going to find out, though. You look at Greg Ratliff. Ratliff, maybe, you know, old track here tonight. One of the old heads here, past champion. Maybe it'll be his night. So look at Tom Lester. Lester shows flashes of brilliance. What do you think about the Jack Daniels tonight?
Yeah, I like Tom's chances. I mean, these kinds of tracks suited him in the past, but I think he's racing too much PlayStation. He needs to get back into his iRacing ways.
Oh boy, the old PlayStation. This is a sim, not a game, folks. Let's not get into that debate. Almost ready to go to racing action here, and I look for long green flag runs here tonight. I don't want to put a jinx on anything. I'm knocking on wood right now, but I believe this thing will probably go green. Big advantage to those guys who qualify well, who run well here at this older track.
Well, you know, for me, it's going to be who cuts the grass the least, because we've seen that a lot here.
We have,
getting on
Adam.
pit road and getting off the corner too.
I'm going to add, before we get into the starting grid, how about an over-under on grass cuts tonight?
I think we at least have 6 grass cuts. Somebody's going to mow the grass big time.
Place your bets over on YouTube. Under or over 6 cars through the grass. And we won't catch them all either, so that might affect your betting. I don't know. But let's get into to tonight's starting grid. It's the rifleman Jason Ratliff on the point with a time of 30.787. Michael Walker, our champion from last season, I believe, he'll be starting on the outside of row number 1. It's Pistol and Weiss in row 2. Tom Ashley will be starting in 5th with Tony Ratliff on his outside. Greg Ratliff in 7th. Austin Inman makes his return here in 8th place. Row 5, Jason Spear and Herb Ashley will be out there. You've got Todd the Toadman Gilly in 11th. Corey Buskirk 12th. A little further back, we got Ian Spear, Rachel Hunt, Shane Fleming, Tom Lester, and Ian Spear. 2 Ian Spears. One of them's Daryl, one's Ian. Of course, father-son tandem right there. And there is Ian. He's in the 34. Got Ian's Corner of Faith. I know you pay attention to that on occasion. Good little scriptures he rolls out for everybody, Adam. We may have lost Adam temporarily. Check out in the chat. We got Otto out there. Some of us don't have the ability getting in there good and deep. Okay, well, Otto, you know, you work with what you got. Here we go. Pace car coming out of 4. We're about to go racing here at Atlanta. Good start there. A little slow. Jason Ratliff on the inside. That's going to allow Walker up there, but no, Jason Ratliff pulls away, and actually it's Walker who's slow on the start on the high side. So Walker going to hemorrhage at least 1 spot, maybe 2. You see Tom Ashley down on the inside. Good start to this one. Everybody clean. Austin Inman trying to go forward on the outside. He'll drive around Greg Ratliff. Still looking for Mr. Newton. Not sure what's happened. Someone go check the washers.
Sorry, having technical issues with my mic for some reason.
All right.
During the old Microsoft update, messing me up at the second.
Well, you know, Bill Gates, he likes to get up in your stuff there, Adam.
Yeah, he definitely likes to be all up in the business as we watch Jason Ratliff set sail. He has got old Atlanta figured out, and he may be the early favorite in this race.
This might be his last airtime right here, Adam, as we look at him. He's already opened up a second lead, set the fastest lap at a 31 flat. He is flying.
Yeah, he's getting into Bryce Rhino territory. They're going to have to check the motor on that car.
Great job by him. Pistol, Walker, Ashley, and Weiss. What about Ross Weiss? What do you think about him here tonight?
Yeah, if Ross can keep the car underneath him, he had a pretty good run here before me and him banged doors, and I ended up cutting the grass. But he tends to have good runs at the 1.5-mile tracks. But, you know, someone we hadn't seen in a while, and I'm loving his paint scheme, is Austin Inman running the Kurt Busch paint scheme. That's a very hot paint scheme as we see big dogs trying to make a move on them.
We've seen you in that car, Adam. You think this paint job will bring them some luck to you?
Yeah, I'm a fan. When Kurt Busch started, I loved the cockiness and stuff, and that's what made him a champion. I mean, he did what he had to do, even though he beat my guy. But, yeah, he's looking pretty sporty. He'll move his way up through the field.
Right on board with Jason Spear. He's right behind the Toad Man. And you got Herb Ashley and Greg Ratliff up in front of him. Good hard racing back here. Is currently riding on board with 12th place here.
Yeah, Spears looking good. He's known to save his tires, but I think he's still trying to get his grips around that new rig he's got going on, and I think it's going to pay off for him once he gets it under control. But he's looking a little loosey goosey up there on that high side angle.
Yeah, you know, you get new equipment out of it. It's a bit of a transition period, isn't it? I mean, you know, often people love the new stuff, the new, you know, direct drive wheels and fancy software and everything, but it's still a big change. It doesn't always correlate with speed, does it?
No, it doesn't. And right there, man, we saw, was it, I was trying to see, it was somebody behind Jason Spear came up off that corner back there, and he didn't get off like he needed to, and his car got really upset.
Could be Corey Buskirk. He is rocking that beautiful paint there. Let's get a look at that. Kylou Glass on the hood. Love seeing that on him.
Yeah, got the glass. Let's get high.
That's not all they do. Blown glass needs. Any blown glass needs you need. That's over on Facebook. Look up Kylou Glass. Right now, Jason Ratliff setting the pace, opening up a 1.5 second lead over West Pistol. Michael Walker the second and third. Tom Ashley in fourth, and Ross Reese in fifth right now. The rifleman, Tony Ratliff, right where he started in sixth, but I think he's taking a liking to these cars, Adam.
Yeah, Mr. Ashley is doing really, really good tonight. And old Grandpa, the gunslinger, he is doing his thing. He usually runs good here. He remember last time we got into a gas mileage situation, and Tony was one of those guys that was able to stretch the gas out.
Absolutely. And we might see that here tonight. Of course, they'd have to do 67 laps. We all know, and let's look at the weather actually and see the temp. And a hot, slick track, Adam. Those tires not going to hold up for 67, 68 laps, are they?
No, and remember last time we were here with the heat, we had some blowies.
Yeah, definitely, and I think we might see that here tonight. 45 lap runs to try and make it on 2 stops. I don't know if we'll, I don't think anybody will do a one-stopper, and I don't know if we'll have blowouts at 45 laps, but we're going to have some guys burn their stuff up, no doubt about it.
Well, remember last time we had meatballs galore here. You would have thought we were an Italian restaurant with all the meatballs popping up on the screen. So, yeah, they definitely have to be very aware of their tire temps and pressures, and utilize all their little gadgets that, overlays and whatnot that people use to see what the tires are doing.
See Lester and Buskirk back here, 14th and 15th. There's Rachel Hunt. Daryl Spear back here at the back, just logging some laps right now. We'll see if that pays off later in the run. Jason Ratliff starting to stabilize at about 1.4 seconds. Pistol, someone that I think could be very good here tonight, and Walker, both of them, they're second and third. They're starting to turn the wick up a little bit.
They are, and Pistol was notorious for being good on the long run. And Walker's not letting them get too far away. But right now, I mean, I like what they're doing, and we learned some things like this, even with our testing and stuff, that if you get too close to a guy or gal, you're going to burn your rubbers up.
It's something. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, you want to take care of the rubbers on your car, because if not, it's going to make for a long race. And I like what Walker is doing. He's taking care of them. Given that gap of 2 to 3 tenths, just enough to keep the nose in the air on the car.
Yeah, you overwork those rubbers, they can rip at them.
They can rip, tear apart, and it'll be hard to get back to pit road too, because the steering wheel is going to be all over the place.
So something interesting I'm noticing from Walker here, he's got his offset cracked to the right there. You see that middle stripe on the wheel, Adam? And what that'll allow you to do is try and have it straight through the corners, right? That's what I think he's trying to set up here, so that when he's turning the car, that wheel, that stripe is pointed straight. And if he can maintain that, he'll maintain his tires.
Yeah, it'll definitely help with keeping the rubber on the car. But you know, one thing that I haven't really seen is the buildup that we've seen in the past. I'm not seeing the darkness of the track. We're already at lap 16, but we'll definitely be seeing some comers and goers here very soon.
Yeah, I mean, smaller field, right, Adam? That'll have an effect on that.
Yeah, it will. And, you know, didn't see a lot of usage. And look down there in the grass. We already see somebody then cut the grass while we've been talking.
That's one. That's what we'll have to look for tire marks, I think. Oh, the Toad Man rubs the wall.
Ooh, yeah, Toad Man, he's going to have to get some new vinyl on that car.
He's got Herb Ashley underneath him in the old Whataburger machine.
Yeah, coming off turn one, you'll see somebody went through the grass down there. There's some tire tracks.
Yeah, definitely one set. It might be more than one set. I don't know.
Yeah, I just caught the tail end of it and saw a little bit of smoke. But right now, I mean, the biggest mover, and remember, he learned a lot here, is Shane Fleming. This is when the switch really clicked on for him. He's already up 4 spots.
There he is, and he's through the grass. That's 2, and he's
2.
loose. As soon as we kicked on him, I don't know if that counts as 3. I'm going to go that only counts once, so that's 2. Fleming with a rough ride as we put the old Booth curse on him.
I told you, them lawnmowers are digging.
Early stages, Adam. We're only 20 laps in here. I think the over's going to hit.
Oh, and I just gave him a ton of credit for doing good here.
You cursed him.
I cursed him.
We'll see. He'll pull
I've got to find I got to find a new victim.
But that is interesting. Let's talk about Fleming for a second as we look at Tom Ashley. But, you know, Fleming has found the speed, right? But he's got a propensity to drive a little too hard, put a little too much wheel in it. And here we are on that magic area, Adam. We talked about it the other night, lap 18. That's Charlotte. That's specific to Charlotte, but it kind of holds true at all cookie cutter type tracks. And here we are, lap 21, and already the car going away, going through the grass. So, you know, he's in for a long night here if you abuse the car.
And, you know, we've seen this here before, even with the other new builds and whatnot. We've seen the cars just traditionally get really loose coming off of 4 when they unload. But here's another guy that I like, Inman. I mean, he's clicking away. He's up 2 spots, but he's starting to show he's got really good pace in his race car.
Yeah, at first look at him, what I noticed is smooth, right? He just keep everything smooth. He's really good with these cars. Got a lot of experience, getting down low, letting that car rotate, not over throttling. And another guy who does just like that, Wes Pistol, he's cut into the lead, Adam. He's cut 3/10 out of this lead.
Yeah, and it's not even, you know, that the smoothness is one thing, but what I really like is they take advantage and they drive the car down the hill. And that helps with the drive off, and you get a ton of speed. This time he's going to make me look wrong because he's running the high line.
Not so much. I mean, it looked like he was trying. And this is what we were talking about, right? Drive it in deep. You watch it here. Get in a little deep and then kind of cut down. I mean, again, making us out to be liars. He kind of just rides the bottom in 3 and 4.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it definitely helped him get off, too, because, I mean, look how he's getting bigger and bigger.
Right there.
Talking about the rifleman. Yeah, he's getting bigger in the mirror, in the windshield, and that's what you want to see, especially when you get into the 20-ish range of the run. That you know you have a good car.
Well, this used to be one of my tracks, Adam, and what I try to tell people is those dots on the track, you'll see them right here. We just wait and see if we can. They're very hard to see these days, but there'll be 2 white dots. We'll watch for it here in 1. You should see him down below his car. You can see one of those dots coming
right there.
around. Now that's where I want to be. It's not really on the bottom. It's about a half car off the bottom, you know, and really smooth. You drive through those dots, and the car stays under you. And he's kind of in them right there. I don't see any more. I think some of them are worn off the track.
We just missed it. He just ran over one of them when you were talking. He had the center of the nose, and there's another dot right there.
And what are those dots from? I don't know.
They're actually markers for the driving school. When you're actually out there on the track, they add those.
That's 3, Adam.
There's 3.
And it's Fleming again. And that car is wrecked. That might be a retirement for Shane right there.
That one's Dunsky. Yeah, he's Dunsky for tonight.
But those dots are part of the training school, right?
Yes, it's for the Richard Petty Driving School, the Mario Andretti Driving School. When you get out there on the track, they train you to use those markers to start coming down or be in between for the smoothest and best lineup off the corners. I learned that when I did the 3 driving schools I've done. I did one at Las Vegas, I did one at Charlotte, and I've done one at Martinsville. And believe it or not, they actually have them at Martinsville too.
Yeah, I've seen them on several tracks. I use them a lot. Perhaps I need the training, Adam, you know. I mean, I talked to, well, I'm going to say his name. This is an old name, but Brody Hanna did some at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. I did one of those schools as well. Of course, they limit your speed, though, don't they, Adam?
We got up to 170.
Yeah, I mean, I think 160 was the limit I heard, so you might have pushed it a little over the limit, Adam.
I got a little naughty slap on the hand when I was at Vegas. I actually pulled my inner Ricky Bobby. I wanted to go fast, and I bumped the instructor, and I got warned if I did it again, they'd cut my car off, and I'd have to come to pit road. But they said stay up underneath them, so I did.
Back in the day, these cars, or the car, would do about 200 miles an hour, would it not?
Oh, and they were so much fun. They were tight, hard to get in, not like the COTs or even the Gen 6s. These cars are actually narrower than you would think they are, but they were a lot of fun to drive. But you see now everybody is pushed up using that higher line, and here comes Fred Tom. He is coming into pit road.
Yeah, bringing the Jack Daniels machine early, unscheduled stop. He might be on a 3-stopper here. Jason Ratliff still out here leading at Old Atlanta. And you think of Old Atlanta, what does it bring to mind, Adam? I mean, you're a man of many stories. I'm sure you got a few about Old Atlanta. In the real world, I mean.
I've actually been to both tracks. I haven't been to the new conversion of it, but my granddaddy's nephew was a airplane pilot. He owned a airport near there, and he taught Bill how to fly. So one of my fondest and earliest memories, Mom had a thing down there, and we went down there, and this was the old conversion, like the original, and it had the pine trees and stuff up around the entry of the speedway and around the corners, so you didn't have all these billboards and stuff, and it didn't have the trial. But there was a lot of good memories here, and I remember watching the Rocket Man do, when he broke the track record there that night, the sparks coming off that car was unreal. But while we were talking, Ian Spear had to make him a pit stop. So yeah, I think some guys are like we talked about earlier. Was Daryl? Yeah, I get both of them mixed up. Both of them say Ian.
Yeah,
but,
absolutely.
You know, we had Tom come on pit road, had Ian, Daryl come on pit road. Some guys are chattering that they are having some real tightness issues.
Oh, you're going to. I mean, it's notorious for burning up the right front. You see way up the track, Ross Weiss as the gunslinger goes by. So Tony Ratliff up to 7. or holding on to 7th. I'm not sure which. Big battle here, 7th, 8th, and 9th. You know, I just love talking about the memories of NASCAR, and you know, we've a lot of talk in the past about doing our trivia. You, Jared Carr, of course, Wesley Outland. You guys are all full of so many stories about these tracks, and it's why NASCAR is so loved, Adam, because it has this rich history. And you know, speaking of which, we might have got away from some of the current stuff. It's the current, I don't know what you call him, commissioner or whatever, has resigned. Mr. Phelps, I believe.
Yeah, that was big news today that Phelps has resigned. You know, he made some major changes, and you know, I think with a lot of the stuff that's going on in NASCAR, it definitely took the NASCAR world up for years to come. But yeah, we look back, Ratliff is just cruising again. He's got a 1.83 second lead, man.
What happened at him? I mean, he was getting run down by Pistol and Walker a little bit, and now he's just set sail. He's found himself in that middle groove, Adam. I don't know if he listens to the broadcast, but you watch him go through these dots, bam, right through them, Adam.
Well, that's what I was going to say. He moved up, and these cars, after driving the couple races that I've been in them, they're real finicky for momentum. And I'm more of a mechanical. I gotta have, you know, a mechanical feel to it. And these cars, they are all about who can roll the corner. It's not really like the COTs or whatnot. Mechanical grip on these on open setups, yeah, you would definitely notice some difference. But with the fixed setup, it's all about who can let the car, you know, drive in deep and roll on the center. You can hear him burp the throttle, and then he's going to get a monster run on exit.
Yeah, I mean, I brought up the dots. He ain't nowhere near the dots. That was on the straightaway. The corners, yeah, I've never run Atlanta like this. This is all high line, Adam.
Well, one thing that you remember, we learned a little bit. I learned a lot about this today when I ran the Michigan race and these things. The Michigan race, it was all about where the cooling part of the track was. So yeah, they got multi-groove, but it's not multi-racing groove. Everybody's fighting for that same real estate, and iRacing will have to do a little bit of dabbling, but once they get it right, it should be some good racing. But Inman's still coming up through the field. Tom Ashley got past. He's still hanging on tight. And Big Dog, you know, he's been one of them guys that's been struggling with this new build, but he's having a semi-solid night right now. And,
well, he's been struggling like Earnhardt did in his down years. I mean, he's still a top 10 car. It's just we're used to him winning races. That's all, Adam.
Well, not only the winning races, leading laps. I mean, once the last two builds have come out, Big Dog has struggled. And,
it's frustrating,
you know,
isn't it, these builds?
It is, man, I'm telling you, I'm dealing with it now. Heck, you're dealing with it. It's the learning curves and the finickiness of what you have to do to get the speed on these things.
Well, you know what it is? It's disheartening, Adam, because you spend, I mean, I might have put 50,000 laps in the first build that I was on iRacing, and then the next build was 20,000, and the next build was 5,000, and this build maybe 500, you know? So, you know, you lose all those laps you've laid down, basically.
Well, it changes the
and
interest.
Weiss.
And look at there. Weiss is
and he's hard
sideways.
into the wall.
Yep.
He didn't go down into the grass.
He was going to be my next grass cutter. It still may be. We're already up to 4.
Yeah, it's there's no doubt. And there goes Toad Man thinking about touching the grass, and watching the Toad Man go through the tri-oval there brings back memories, Adam. That car completely unstable through the whole front stretch.
Yeah, and you see Weiss, he's got a bunch of nose damage, but
watch
the
this
thing
through the tri-oval, Adam.
Yeah, and it's even unloading some going into the corner. Did you see how you could see the nose of the car raise up?
Absolutely. And you see there, massive correction. You're not safe here. Correction, into the wall. Still loose, still fighting it. And now it's unloading into entry. I mean, this is a handful at him.
Oh yeah, it's beyond. And look at how he's cranking that wheel. And once Reese can get back under him, I mean, Reese will have, he can make his car loose just like he just did right then.
You talked about entry. It's bringing back flashbacks at him as the big dog comes onto pit road here on lap 44. Behind him, Herb Ashley in, the Toad Man in, so they're all scheduled stops. Oh, Spear misses pit road. That's a grass cut. That's 5, Adam.
5 John Deeres.
We're gonna need a whole new sodding down there.
Yep, they're gonna have to get the long guys out, some Scots. We'll have to get the Potato Man to come out and reseed this stuff.
And Jason Ratliff is opening up close to a 5-second lead at him. He is absolutely flying.
Well, like I said, they're going to have to check that spec motor in that 55 today. Look at Michael Walker. He's in too.
Inman right behind him. You see Weiss is in.
Oh, he missed his stop a little bit. He slid through his pit stall.
There's our leader, Daryl Spear, with fresh rubber chasing him here. Daryl a couple of laps down.
Well, those 4 new rubbers on that car are making that car look glued to the track. Look at how nice it is to have those. But then look at the monster run that Ratliff is still getting.
Here comes Ian Spear. He comes in from 7th as far as I can tell. Here comes Ratliff around. He'll stay out. And he's already coming back on Daryl. So, you get those new tires, Adam. They're good for about 4 laps, and then you're right back where you started.
Yeah, and now the gap's now up to 5 seconds. And we got Tom Ashley coming in right.
I mean, people got to take notice of this line he's running. And you can see it here from the blimp. I mean, he is well up the track, into the marbles even at him.
Well, I mean, his last lap, he was 2.5 tenths faster than anybody out there on the track.
Unbelievable.
I mean, he's just got his steering and his equipment dialed in, and this car suits Jason's driving style.
There's Pistol, Jason Spear, who's pitted. He's a couple laps down right in front of him. And then Pistol's gone up the track. He's learned. He's moved up there. He can see what Jason's doing. Tony Ratliff up the track. So our top 3 on the track right now, all rocking the high side. Here comes our leader, the Rifleman, onto pit road. Looks like he's safely in. Pistol will go by. Here comes Tony Ratliff. We'll see if he comes in. I think he might. He's trying to turn down there. Very tentative at him, and I think, whoa, you see, still loose, even being that tentative. My goodness.
Yeah, those guys got on the pit road good, but, we learned some lessons from the chameleon the other night. Let's see if old Pistol can get in here and get through that box real quick.
Let me hop on board, and we'll take 1 lap around the track with Wes Pistol here, as I expect him to come in. He might stay out for another one yet, though. Tony Ratliff on pit road right now. There is the Rifleman coming off of pit road. It looks like Walker's going to get around him, Adam.
Oh, wow. Well, those, the tires, he did a little bit of an undercut, and now, Pistol's going to have to come in soon.
Here he comes. You stay on board. You see how easy he's trying to come in. Sudden turn, loose, hangs on to it. My goodness, that's rough. But big story, one story is Rachel Hunt's about to lead a lap. How about that? Good to see the 1 out front here, Adam.
Yeah, it's nice to see Rachel out here up front and getting some points for leading the lap, and hopefully we don't have no more grass cutters for a little while. I'm already got 5 in the bank. Need 1 more.
Behind her, Michael Walker gets out in front of Jason Ratliff. Not a huge deal to Ratliff, but it is something. And Inman made up a lot of time on pit road. Let's bring up our pit board here and have a look. Inman was in on 44, so was Walker. So Ratliff has 4 lap fresher tires, and that's not good news for the field, Adam.
No, it isn't. But he's just clicking. If I was Walker, I'd put every bit of dirty air I could on his nose right now.
I might put him in the wall when he gets here, Adam.
At least rub his fenders.
I mean, I don't see any other way you're going to beat him here tonight.
I think Darren's got a new competitor. If Darren came over here to run 1.5 miles, he would have somebody to run against.
How about this, Adam? We got a bulldog out in the chat.
What?
That's right. What's up, fellers? Hey, we got the bulldog in the booth here, bulldog.
Who in the world is the bulldog?
I'm not sure, but glad to have him here watching. Jason Ratliff just passed Michael Walker, so there you go. He will be your leader of Win Hunt Pits. There is Rachel Hunt still on the track. She's up 13 spots and in the lead right now. You see the rifler, the gunslinger, Tony Ratliff, go on by. So Jason Ratliff and Michael Walker about 11 seconds behind Rachel Hunt right now. Other people involved, remember Pistol, he's on similar tires to the rifleman, but he's got heavy traffic. He's going to have to pass a bunch of cars.
Yeah, I know he can make the time up with the new tires, but it's just aggravating having to try to pass people. You use up even more tire trying to do that.
Jason Spear comes back in. Tough track here tonight. See Pistol, he's gone by the Toad Man. Next up, Herb Ashley and Greg Ratliff. Let's go on board and see what he's dealing with here. See down the hill like you talked about here. Oh, that's tough there. You don't want to get up into him. You see quiet hands at him.
Yeah, quiet hands, but he got a little loosey-goosey coming up off the corner right there.
You see, he has that wheel slightly cocked right too. It's very interesting. I never liked doing that, Adam. It would cause me to overturn in the corner and wear my stuff out.
It does, but you have to be so gentle when you do that. And here comes Rachel Hunt down pit road. Get her 4 rubbers.
Rifleman going by, Daryl Spear there. Walker will be next. Inman not far back, and Pistol has made his way through his traffic, and now he'll set his sights on Inman, who's 6 seconds away.
Yeah, and I'm not so sure that the new tires are going to be the way to go. I think that's going to be a steep challenge because it was, 5.8 seconds before pit stops? And now he's at what? Roughly 3, 5, 6, 9 seconds back?
Pistol currently is 11 seconds back. So he's got a ton of work to do, and I don't think anybody's going to catch Jason Ratliff, but you never know. This track can bite you in a hurry, Adam. We've seen the grass clippers tonight. Lance Buckshot Ripka out in the chat as well. Good to see you, Lance. Surprised Lance ain't out here. Lance, this might be a good track for Lance, Adam.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to say. Lance has traditionally done super well. Multiple victories here in different vehicles. And even Klaus has had a victory here too. I don't know if, I'm assuming Klaus is out there playing with his new toy that he got. If everybody hadn't seen it in the channel, he got him another Mustang. But yeah, you know, got a meatball, got another one.
Herb Ashley in the Whataburger machine, absolutely torn up, Adam. He cannot steer that thing. I don't know if he can keep it off the track. He does. Oh boy. Sparks flying, grinding off the right front.
Touch the grass, touch the grass.
And I'm
Oh,
not
the
sure
wheel
if
is
he can...
completely gone off that car, Dean.
We're going to try and find here.
That was a hard lick.
Let's get a look and see. There's the 63. Here comes Pistol. Pistol. Oh, and Herb is coming down a little bit there. Everything all right. They go into the corner. And Herb, I don't know. I'm not seeing anything right now. We'll go fast motion here, and I'm sure there's something about to happen here. This is fast driving right here, Adam.
Yeah, that's a super high motion right there. That's a rapid replay and a half.
You can see he's getting looser and looser through the tri-oval, and something about to happen. I don't know how long we can do this waiting, but why not? Jason Ratliff got a nice big lead. We'll wait it out for a little bit here.
Yeah, definitely got to find out what happened to the Whataburger car. I'm gonna say he got loose and tried to catch it and slapped it.
Definitely. I mean, he killed the right front, so some kind of catch and go back into the wall.
Oh, man.
Oh, and he got the Toad Man, and the Toad Man sent him back into the wall.
Look at the tire going off, Dean. Did you see that?
I didn't, unfortunately. We can't go back through that again either. I should have waited a second.
Yeah, it showed the tire going off that thing.
Wow. So our top four, you can see all spaced out. Top five, Toad Man. And what about the Toad Man as of late, Adam? He's been really getting better and better. And you see, he's fighting a nasty car right now. But he's in sixth place.
You see that thing wiggling when it came across the start-finish line? I mean, man, that thing is an evil gremlin. It's almost like somebody threw water under his tires.
Yeah, it's nasty out here. I remember these old Atlanta's races, and I tell you, you want to talk about sweat, Adam, there is no calm lap, not one the whole race. Let's go on board and see what he's dealing with, Adam. See there, pretty stable. He's trying to ride it up the track a bit to keep her underneath him. You gotta be gentle here. A big correction. And this is where it gets tricky, Adam, out of four.
Yeah, it just looks like it's on ice skates when it gets to that one part of unloading. Look at him already turning right to go left.
I mean, that wheel is outrageous, Adam.
Yeah, I'm waiting to get my 6th customer to cut my grass.
Oh, I think we've missed at least 4 or 5, Adam. There's no doubt in my mind.
Got Ian Spieger back on pit road.
Yeah, so is Jason sitting there. I don't think they're coming back out. They're probably gone farming already, Adam.
Yeah, I feel like we're watching some farming right now with the Gunslinger Jr. up front.
All right, so things settle down here as we approach the halfway mark in this race. There's Inman. He's currently in 3rd. He's up 5 spots. Pistol, who was 6-7 seconds behind Inman, he's run him down, Adam.
He is, and, you know, I like what I saw out of him earlier, but Pistol's using these tires in a clean air to his advantage for right now.
Well, look at the wheels. So these guys, nobody fixed the offset, which I'm shocked about. So they're all riding. In case you don't know, offset, that wheel should be pointed straight on the straightaways. You put an offset of positive, say 6 or 8, and that thing will be pointed right when you're going straight. Allow you to crank the wheel left to go into the turn a little easier, but that you don't necessarily want that, Adam. I mean, I'm surprised guys didn't fix that offset before they raced tonight.
Yeah, you definitely don't want that. But I think, you know, with as evil as the car looks right now, I kind of like having a little bit offset in it, more to the right to try to help catch the
Really?
car.
I'm the opposite.
Yeah.
I would have put offset to the left, Adam, to stop me from oversteering the car.
Well, that's, the master and the masterette. I mean,
Well, no, it's a matter of preference. This is not a right or wrong thing, right? This is a matter of preference. And I think, to be honest, I think Pistol did correct the offset slightly. His wheel looks a little straighter than most on the straightaway.
oh, it does. But you see, he's just eating that ground up right now.
Yeah, he's eating up him in here, and he gonna take back third place here very shortly. Even Pistol getting a little loose through the trioval, although neither Inman nor Pistol are dealing with what the Toad Man was dealing with. He's fighting a violent car.
Yeah, his car just it's going away, and we saw what the first round of pit stops started around the 40s, so we should be seeing another round of pit stops here coming up here soon.
Yeah, they're about 18 laps away, Adam. Lap 90 would be your scheduled pit stop, so they got a little bit to go, but some of these people came in early. Someone like the Toad Man, I think he was on a two-star, but let's check the board here. Gilly on 43. I mean, I don't know. He's going to have to go long if he keeps it to a two-stopper. He's got Tom Ashley right on him. We haven't really checked in Tom Ashley, I don't believe. Let's have a look at how he's driving here, Adam.
Yeah,
Got a good angle there.
Yeah, he does.
Whew. She's skating, though. What can you do to avoid that, Adam? I know you can't completely get rid of it, but what do you do from the start of the run to make the car stay under you?
Well, for me, the way this thing's skating, I'd have a little bit of more positive brake bias to tighten the car up a little bit, but I also would have a lower steering ratio for this race.
What about purposely trying to burn the right front? Would that help you out?
I don't know. Based off the tire temperatures, it really doesn't look like that the right front would need to be burned more. I think it's burning off more than the right rear, anyways.
Yeah, you may be right. I
It's
mean, back
just,
in the day, I'm going back in time, Adam. We used to absolutely cook the right front around this track, and it helped stabilize the car. But we talked about builds. That was probably 10 builds ago. As the Toad Man goes in and it breaks on him. That's a good catch by the Toad Man.
It was. I mean, he is having his hands full right now with this hot rod that he's racing.
You can see Tom Ashley taking his time here, trying to make the move smooth and clean. The Toad Man is all over the place.
Boy.
Oh boy, we're going through the grass. There
Cut
it
that
is.
grass. There it is, number 6.
My goodness, that car is evil. Let's go to one that may not be evil, and let's go on board with our leader, Jason Ratliff, and just watch how he gets it done, Adam.
Yeah, he's just letting it, we talked about it earlier. He's driving it in deep, letting it roll, and then he's got a really smooth exit getting off the corner.
Well, I'll give you a tip too. When you're rocking, especially on the high side, I find, you see these micro movements he's doing with that wheel, Adam? That's like a pre-correction almost. To stop the car from breaking loose, you just wiggle that wheel left and right a little bit. Kind of helps stabilize that car up there. You can see him doing it right there. It's very subtle from him, but it's helping.
It is helping, and the other thing that I see, he's rocking the super high line, so that means his car is definitely changed some, but you hear him just playing with that throttle, tap, 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 and then he gets back in it and he rolls. I mean, and he's got as big as a gap before the pit stops right now.
And when you watch him from outside like this, Adam, you never know how hard he's working behind that wheel.
Yeah, I mean, and that's one thing that has definitely changed since he got that new equipment as well. He's not having to work as hard to get off the corner.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, you give a man like this the right equipment, watch out. He's opened up a 5.5 second lead over Michael Walker. Walker, impressive run. He's got 4-lap older tires. He's hung on real nice. Great night for the 22, Adam.
Yeah, and Pistol and Ratliff are literally just running the same lap times right now, Dean.
Yeah, they are, no doubt. Pistol has gotten by Inman, set sail from there. Inman looked a little loose back at the back of the picture there. But yeah, Pistol looks rock solid here. He's got himself a good run. He's about 4 seconds back of Walker and about 0.2 faster at him. We got about 9 more laps in this run.
Yeah, the pit stops will be coming up, and we're just past halfway. So yeah, we pretty much have seen, I think, what the fat lady is going to show us tonight, unless we have a accidental caution or whatnot.
I mean, can't say that when I click on Rachel, Adam. That's not nice.
I did not say that, Rachel. I plead the fifth. Dean did.
No.
Him when you see him.
No. Rachel,
she has a violent streak in her. She likes to wreck people.
She absolutely does.
Oh, I watched her a couple of nights ago. She obliterated someone going down into turn one.
We raced with her, and we watched her race, of course, a lot too. And one of the things I love about Rachel is she loves this, Adam. This isn't, I mean, she does it. She says, a lot of it is health benefits, keeps her, her shakes and everything from Parkinson's at bay a little bit when she's racing. But she loves it. I mean, she plays around like a kid. This is no kid. Rachel's got a couple of years under her belt, and I just love the way she plays on the track and has fun with it. And practice.
Oh, yeah. She practices. She puts the laps in. That's one person on this sim that you will see. She runs everything. If she feels up to it, she will be behind the wheel, and she is very well known throughout the racing community too.
Yeah, I've told the story many times, but when I first met Rachel, I was racing her in officials, and at the time, at least, I considered myself pretty good. And Rachel would beat me, or we were very even, and that's why I started talking to her, because I thought, man, she's right there with me. It'd be good to get her in the league or something, and I tell you, she was a hell of a race car driver, still is. Health, of course, always a concern these days with her. And when she's on, Adam.
Yeah, we've seen her on at Richmond several times. As we were just talking, we saw Gordon Borstwick. Man, he just loved tap that wall on that straightaway, man. These cars are at that point where they're at their, I think, the hardest point to drive.
I wish I could see their throttle inputs, Adam. I mean, I don't know if some of these guys reach full throttle other than the middle of the backstretch.
Yeah, I don't even know if you could really get there at this point of the run, because I've seen a lot of guys get a little wiggly coming down this straightaway right there.
It's pretty weird for a 1.5-mile track. You would swear you're at a short track because you're never on full throttle. It's amazing. You see our race leader get underneath the Buskirk there. He's going to put him a lap down. That'll be 9th place. Next up, the Toad Man and the Rifle Man. And they're racing right now pretty hard.
If I was Tony, I'd wait up and just put him in the wall.
We're here
like,
in
son,
the Kylou
you can't pass
Glass.
me. Yeah, and for as hard as Toadman hit the wall, I mean, it's good for him to hang on. I'm pretty impressed, and he's still wiggling, but He had a good lick with that car.
Of course, the Toad Man out there still playing the rock and roll around, you know, the clubs and everything, and God love him. And here comes Rachel to pit road safely, and that's lap 88, Adam. I think she might need an extra stop. I don't know if she can go all the way to the end on those tires.
Yeah, Rachel's done her thing. I think that you know, a lot of guys gonna see what she's doing, and some may start to come in and come and get those 4 good years.
Old Buckshot got caught with some real life stuff, as we all do. Jason Spears says he got sleepy. Sleepy? I don't know about that
What?
one, Adam.
What?
And we're gonna have to give the Spearman there, and or the name you have for him there, Adam. We're gonna have to give him some heck about that. There's Pistol still working on Michael Walker. He's shaved about 1.3 seconds off that, so he's down to about 2.6 seconds away from Michael Walker here, Adam.
Yeah,
Pit stop's imminent.
He's done a good job though tonight. I mean, he's trying to stay in the thick of this point battle.
There's Inman. There's the big dog up into 5th. Tom Ashley 6th. Tony Ratliff in 7th. Toadman's 8th. And then you got Buskirk. Well, he just went a lap down. So we got 8 cars on the lead lap right now. And like I said, pit stop's imminent. All these people are going long. That's pretty traditional here for these hard year. Here comes the big dog.
Yeah, I figured he would be one of the first ones to come in, but
I expect Walker or Pistol or someone to be coming in. Walker staying out, Pistol staying out. Inman gonna stay out as well. Maybe Ashley will be the one. Looks like he's gonna stay out. It's Tony Ratliff. I mean, the Toadman's got to be desperate to get on pit road. And that thing's shaking all over the place. Looks like he's having a nervous breakdown on him.
yeah, almost looks like he's got Tourette's. Up in the wall.
And Walker does come in. So here comes Walker. Here comes Pistol.
Oh, Pistol. I like it.
Yeah, he's trying to chase Walker. All right. So our leader, lap 93 here in the Kylou Glass Gen 4 series, is Jason Ratliff, and he's coming in. And that looks a little hot there, Adam. Oh boy, don't tell me he sped after leading this thing.
I don't know. He you know, we could be fooled like we were Sunday.
Well, I mean, it looks hot, but everybody's kind of crawling because the car is hard to control. I don't think he sped, but yeah, maybe. We'll have to wait and see. Toadman came in as well. Inman, now your leader, so Austin Inman in the Sharpie machine.
Oh, Walker had a good pit stop. He still got out a little bit ahead of Pistol.
There he goes around Inman, our leader. So Walker getting his lap back here. The Toadman through the grass, trying to hang on to it.
And number 7.
Number 7, that's the officially on the over now. Tom Ashley comes on to pit road. Trouble all over. Tony Ratliff is in. Buskirk is in.
Yeah, Ratliff did, and he made it on pit road and came off. He's already back on track.
So Inman 24-second lead right now. You see Pistol getting his lap back, and Pistol 2 seconds behind Walker. So that'll be interesting as this race goes on. The Toadman, did he already pit? He did.
Yeah, he just like I said, he had an unfortunate ride with his car right there. It got loose, and I tell you, he's just need to name this the Lady in Black too, because this thing is eating him up.
It's a handful out there, no doubt. Inman remaining on the track so far. His lead, 21 seconds. Jason Ratliff just set the fastest lap of the race, a 30.88. Michael Walker, who pitted right at the same time, 4/10 slower than Jason Ratliff here in the early goings of this run. Pistol trying to run him down. Inman hanging on, and you know, this is something Ripka brought up earlier when Rachel Hunt stayed out. You know, she needed a caution. Well, now Inman he would love to have a caution. There would only be 4 people on the lead lap, and Inman praying, but his prayers will be ended here as he takes it to pit road.
Yeah, he came in kind of slow, wondering if he was starting to have a tire issue.
Yeah, just being cautious. So easy to throw it away here. Car is so unstable. The Rifleman sets sail. He now has a 7-second lead over Michael Walker. Walker has a 2-second lead over Pistol. And then it's Greg Ratliff, another 12 seconds back at him.
Wow. I never thought I'd see him that far behind, but hey, it's still a top 5, so it's a good day for him.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, it's a testament to what Jason Ratliff is doing. Greg, 21 seconds behind Jason Ratliff. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's pretty stout.
My lighter just gave way, Adam. That's never a good sign.
Uh-oh. Time to make a run to the store.
You don't want an angry broadcaster, do you?
Well, I mean, you can use the microwave. Defrost you some treats for 10 seconds.
It's a reminder there of what was supposed to be a halftime break. Tony Ratliff in 7th. And Tony is solid as ever, Adam. Let's ride on board with Tony and see what he's got going on. Remember, the tire's a little fresher at this point.
Yeah, let's see how deep he drives it in. Oh, wow, he drove that thing in real deep. And look, he's working that wheel big time. Left, right. And look at that car unload right there. I tell you, that thing, but you know, we are seeing a little bit of darkness, but nothing like we're used to with the cars that are out of the race and whatnot. That's, you know, it's getting darker on the exit, but that makes it, you know, for an interesting way to get off because it's sliding.
You can see it here from the blimp view, Adam. And
Yeah,
it looks
really
a little
right
more
there.
dramatic here. And that's what, you know, it's interesting to look at this view, Adam, because when you're in the car, we'll go back inside here, it's a little harder to see how the track is worn. It just looks pretty natural here, right? But you got to train your eyes to see those wear marks. It really means something, doesn't it?
Detail-wise, absolutely. And it helps with the speed. And, you know, I guess Ratliff has got the X-ray vision up there because he's 7 seconds ahead now.
Adam getting a case of the hiccups here late in this one.
Yeah, down to what, a little over 26 laps left.
There's a look at Walker. Pistol's dropped off a little bit here to about 2.4 seconds back. Now, what do you think? You think Pistol is just trying to measure his opportunity here, or is Walker just a little bit better right now?
Right now it looks like Walker's a little bit better. They're all really evenly matched. I mean, a 59, 60, and a 61. That just And Walker and Pistol, they ran 74, 75. So yeah, they're and you know, the alien up front, he just ran a 59. He's gone.
Inman just ran a 31.29 at him. So Inman out here in the late pit stop trying to charge, but he's 14 seconds back a Pistol.
Yeah, to me, that's a tall order to try to make up that much time with that left. And, you know, the harder you drive that car, the squirrelier that car will get. But
Up here in the crowd, you know, seeing if there's anybody in here. That might be someone for you right there, Adam. Shaved side of the head there, ponytail.
never heard.
You know, the crowd's looking better these days. You know, we used to check around the crowd once in a while and see some real strange characters.
I think I see the potato head out there.
Is he out there?
Yeah.
You know, word has it he's going to make a trip down to the 24-hour next year in person to go watch that. We got Jared Carr going to the Chili Bowl this week, so that's exciting for him.
It kind of looked like Potato Head had a sweater around him.
Yeah, he does like those sweaters, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he's the sweater vest guy.
Jason Ratliff, rocking and rolling. I mean, what can you say about this guy? He's become so good at him. He's taken all the information in from all the drivers, you know, the Reiners, the Sheffields, the Leals, you know, the Walkers, all your champions, and, you know, and the Ratliffs and the Spears and everybody, and he just downloads it like a computer.
Yeah, he does, and like I said, this particular car and the style is suiting him very, very well, and he's just rocking and rolling. He's in a groove. It's like an alien. Like I was saying earlier, the fat lady was already starting to sing, and she's screaming now.
You mean the one with the sweater on?
Mm-hmm.
There's Tony Ratliff. Tony just gone a lap down, so he has lapped up to 7th place here tonight as Jason Ratliff. Tom Ashley not far ahead at him.
No, Tom Ashley is trying to stay on that lead lap. He's got 26 to go, so let's see if he can do it.
What I like is this grass down here. Atlanta still got bright green grass at this time of year, Adam?
Well, maybe this week, yeah. I mean, we're going to be in the 70s.
Wow.
And finally get some rain. We need some rain. We had some fires around here. One big fire tonight, not too far from my home, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that the grass is growing in Atlanta right now. We've had a kind of mild winter so far.
Yeah, things have calmed down up here in good old Canada. You know, we're in the south part of Canada, but still, winters are winters here. We got some snow on the ground, but it's warming up the last few days. Not too bad. Snow's melting. So things are time to get out and get what you can get and lock her down for the rest of the winter, maybe.
Look at there. Corey Brushwood, he is all over the back bumper of Toad Man's car. He's trying to snag that 8th spot.
Go on board with him here. And the Toad Man we've seen earlier, he's got his hands full. Looks like the car hasn't quite gone away on him yet. 23 to go. Can the Toad Man hang on here to 8th place?
I really like what I'm seeing out of Corey. He's digging, rocking that line, getting that car out of that air, and he's making up some ground.
I like that shallow entry, Adam. It's something I'm a big proponent of. When the car is like this, loose track like this, you get that low entry, and it'll keep that car a little more stable on entry. You start trying to go high to low here, that car is going to break loose on you.
It will.
See, the Toad Man found his new groove up there.
Yeah, he was able to get a little bit of space on that exit, but not a whole lot. I mean, we'll see what he has to do to stay out in front of Corey, but Corey is really getting through 3 and 4 really good.
He is. They're both doing a nice job. I mean, I like what's going on. I like what the Toad Man's doing. I like what Corey's doing as well. Take a look at Corey's wheel here, Adam. It's quite quiet.
It is. I just, he's trying to get that momentum to get there. Todd is getting that little extra bit of speed down the straightaway, and I think Corey is just going to have to back up the corner a little bit, play with that gas right there. You see he's trying to do it now, and then get back in the gas to get Todd on the exit.
If I was in his ear, Adam, I'd be telling him to be patient here. The Toad Man is going to get into the wall or going to get loose, and you can see a little erratic there. You just got to have the patience to wait for it. Running up there on that high side is not for the faint of heart.
No, and it takes a lot of concentration not to break the wall when you're running that high line.
Both guys do an excellent job. We stay with this battle here for 8th place. 19 laps to go in the Kylou Glass Gen 4 series. Here at EchoPark, well, Old Atlanta really. This is pre-EchoPark here tonight. Oh, and there it is. He's in the wall. He's trying to hang on to it, and Buskirk goes around.
Yep,
so I hope I didn't jinx him there, but that's kind of what you expect when you ride that line. You're flirting with death there.
You are, and it's a tough spot now. He's dumping that dirty air on Toad Man, and Toad Man's going to have to continue. Look at that thing just wiggle like that.
You don't like that dirty air, Adam.
No.
Well, Jason say 512s is the reason he was tired, Adam. What do you think of that?
Yeah, that makes for a long day.
How big do you think that belly's getting on him?
I don't know. The last picture I saw of him, he still looked like Don Johnson. So, I mean.
Oh, it did really? Wow. Don Johnson.
Yeah, he has his Don Johnson coat.
Wow. I mean, just to be fair now, I wanna qualify by saying my belly's of extraordinary size these days, so I'm not calling anybody else out.
Yeah, I'm in a whole nother category. I'm in the sumo wrestling category.
Oh, I like it. I gotta see that. Right after Bridget's match, we can roll you in.
Scott just tells me to keep my clothes on.
I don't want to get into what you and the Potato Head get into. Jason Ratliff, your leader, 16 to go. Michael Walker, second. Wes Pistol, who was trying to run him down, to no avail. He's lost one more second. He's 3 back. Austin Inman in 4th. The big dog, Greg Ratliff, in 5th. Tom Ashley about 2 3/4 seconds back, trying to run him down. I don't know. I mean, last lap they were running the same time, Adam.
Yeah, they were running the same time, but I thought somebody I could bump bellies with. Pork chop and possum. We could sumo wrestle.
I tell you. I mean, just flat out wrestling. Let's get you boys in the ring and see what happens.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's what Lance does. He's a wrestle coach. He can give us some pointers.
Oh, boy. He put you in the old fireman's carry there and pin you.
Yeah. No, I was still thinking about Susan, though, and keeping her in her prayers and whatnot. And yeah, Tom is still rocking along, cruising. After last week's tough showing at North Wilkesboro, it looks like he's got a hot rod tonight. Top 6 going on.
Absolutely. Not a lot of action right now out on the track. We go to Wes Pistol. He's pulling up on the Toad Man, I believe. There he is. Now, that's not for position, but it could get interesting, late in these runs. And you can see how much the Toad Man's chasing it, and he's in the wall. I mean, when you get to that start-finish line, Adam, if your car is going to the wall at the start-finish line, you're in deep, deep trouble.
I'd like to hear what the Toad Man is saying when he's getting like that. I'm sure he's he is definitely going to have a chill pill after this race because he is working that car hard.
Yeah, he is, but I mean, I give him credit. This is what a real driver does. I mean, he's managed to get this thing around the track for 120 laps now, and it's no easy task.
Yeah, this is one thing I wish that the SMS group would have done. I wish they would have just repaved this instead of made it into what they've made it. Uh, I would have liked to seen some updates, but I would have liked to have seen a repave on this track.
I think a lot of us would, Adam, but what's done is done, and what's in the past is the past, and we move on. And now, side by side, Pistol. Oh, he's loose. He was thinking about going into the grass.
Oh, his tires hit the grass. You saw that. That's number.
I don't. No, that one don't count. There's no touch there.
Hey, 2 tires touched the grass. Car hit the grass. Did the pass in the grass on the toes, man.
Michael Walker, he's actually closed in a little bit, or has he? No, 9 seconds ahead to our leader, the Rifleman. So Walker 9 back. Pistol going to 4 seconds back now. It's another 8 back to Inman. And then you got Greg Ratliff, another 7 back. So, this is a lot. We've been talking some weird stuff tonight, but there's a lot of space on the track, Adam. Not a lot of races going on. What we're witnessing is survival. It's man against machine and track tonight.
It is. It really is. And we got 9 laps to go before the Rifleman brings his piston cup to his house.
Rachel quietly tonight into the top 10, Adam. And Ian Spears. So Ian is gone, so I'm not sure why he's shown the way he is.
Yeah, they're farming right now.
Okay, the boys have took to the farm equipment.
Yep, Spear Farms.
There he is, the Rifleman. Got the Smith and Wesson on there. You got some Smith and Wesson, Adam?
Yeah, I've got 2. We got a 45 and got a good old 9mm.
All right.
Is that, well, did I say that in technical terms for Canadian people?
I don't even know if you're allowed to say that in Canada, Adam. I might have a couple of Mounties stop by your house.
Like 45 kilometers?
No, unbeknownst to most people, I'll give you a little tidbit. Canada, the 2nd most armed country in the world. We do have quite a bit of arms down here. Now, not a lot of handguns and such, but there is a plethora of rifles and shotguns and such for hunting.
Look at how high he's got that car right now. He's just got, and you see the marbles. He's just getting that run. And it's just, he's actually built it up a little bit more. I think he's actually slowed his pace down a little bit.
He has, there's no doubt. I mean, he's taking it easy down here on the bottom. I mean, you can see the difference. The car unloads there under throttle over that little hump. Watch here as he goes in the high side. It's just a little more comfortable up here.
Well, a lot of times when you have a looser car, the guys will run this real high line here. And, I used to like to run the Kevin Harvick line, and I knew Lance was the master at it. But that's, a thing of the past with this tire heat thing.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people struggling with that here tonight, trying to figure out exactly what is generating the heat. Why is Ratliff's car not all kinds of loose when, say, the Toadman's is? And it's not easy to explain, Adam, because we're really talking about very minor differences, but they add up lap after lap after lap.
Oh, yeah, they do add up, and fairly quickly. I mean, he's getting ready to come to 3 to go. And like I said, West did make a little ground up for Walker, but Walker's had a rock solid night tonight. His Atlanta Braves car has just been on a rail, not as fast as a rail as Ratliff's, but it's definitely been on a rail as right now. Ratliff has got Ashley in his crosshairs
Yeah, I mean,
right now.
hop on board with Ashley. I kind of like this line, Adam. He's chosen the middle of the track. And it's kind of what I choose when the car is out of shape like this. I got lots of room on both sides of me to save it, and it just seems more stable in the middle to me.
It's the safe way of running it, is the way I see it. We just took two to go, and you know, you can see in his mirror every now and then a glimpse of that big red 55 coming up behind him.
Yeah, intimidating to be sure, but Tom Ashley in sixth here tonight. Another good run for him. Jason Ratliff, he'll cross the line and take the white flag. The track can still bite him. He's got to stay focused here at Atlanta.
Yeah, but he's coming down smooth sailing, rocking that high line still, just floating it in there.
It's really pretty to watch. I mean, I couldn't ride up there all night, I don't think, but he's done it. He'll take it down into three. He'll come through the middle and through four. The 55, the rifleman, Jason Ratliff, will win the Echo Park 200. Michael Walker will come home in second if he can make it there. And then it's going to be West Pistol in third. Inman likely in fourth. And the big dog will round out the top five. But the night belongs to the Rifleman. Pretty looking car there. I mean, there's not a whole lot to say. This is dominance here tonight, Adam.
Yeah, that's the old fashioned beatdown right there.
You're going to say ass kicking, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. I was just
I'll
being
say
nice.
it for you. Let's see what he's got for you, Adam. These worn out tires, they good for burnouts or bad?
No, they're pretty good.
All right, as he burns them down, let's take a commercial break. We'll come back with some race interviews. Here at Atlanta, Jason Ratliff, wire to wire winner, never a doubt. What a race for him. Your points leader, he will, let's bring that up actually, he'll extend the points lead here. He's going to be hard to beat, Adam.
He is. He just grew that points lead even more tonight. I mean, what can you say? What a heck of a run.
Yeah, great run for him. Great run for the 98 West Pistol. Third place here this evening. Congratulations, Wes.
That was tough. Finally got a interview with you guys again, though, so it's good to talk to you again.
Yeah, it's been a little while, Wes, and these cars, man. At old Atlanta, I was having flashbacks, trauma style, Wesley, watching some of these guys come through the tri-oval, shaking and baking that car all over the place. It's a long night out here at Atlanta, isn't it?
Yeah, it's weird how I feel like the car handles worse on the front stretch than anywhere else on the track. Like it's predictable most everywhere else. You just kind of be smooth on the throttle, but the front stretch you can get wide open for a second and then it changes its mind or something and decides it wants to get sideways with you. So it's a weird track. The old pavement definitely, and the old pavement and these cars is definitely a crazy combo.
It certainly is. Now we talk about your battle, sort of, at least internal battle. You're trying to run down Walker. You I think you got to about 2 seconds. You decide to pit right behind him on the same lap there. In hindsight, do you think that was a mistake, Wes?
No, if I had stayed out, I would have lost too much time with him on fresh tires and me on old tires. So I think just having two lap cars between us, the dirty air here and these cars, it's crazy. I caught Austin earlier in the race. I was like half a second faster than him. I get to him, and then my car just dies. You just whenever you get bad air, dirty air behind somebody, it really messes with you. So him being ahead of those two lap cars, and they were running, equal times to me and him for a long time. And I think they were causing just enough dirty air for me not to really have a chance to challenge him again.
Yeah, probably made the right call and did the best he could come in third. We look at the first run. I remember looking at you. Now, we didn't get in your car during the first run, I don't think. And I remember thinking to myself, that car looks solid and planted. What is the key, Wes? Like, I mean, is it you can't go hard at the start, or is it just every lap ultra focus? What is it to keep that car from not breaking loose on you?
Yeah, at Atlanta, you've really got to have good throttle discipline. Anybody that's watched racing knows you got to, kind of pretend there's an egg between your foot and the pedal, and you can't go too fast because you'll crack the egg. So you don't want to you try not to turn the wheel too much too. It's trying to let the car rotate without cranking the wheel so much you roast your tires off. But throttle discipline is big too, especially on exit. You got to kind of wait on it and just about wait until the wheel is straight before you really get back to wide open. So those are the two things that I try to do, and it usually helps you, pretty well. We got top three out of it. I don't know what Jason's doing; he's doing something
I
else, but
don't think
but
anybody knows. We got the inspectors on it, Wesley. But when we were watching you, the one thing. So I was looking at everybody's wheel. Everybody's wheel kind of pointed to the right on the straightaways, not for correction purposes, just naturally offset to the right. It looked like you made a slight correction to your offset. Is that true? And if so, why?
Yeah, I think it's just the feel preference. I'll every race I'll run a few laps when I first join. This is an iRacing fixed setup, so it's kind of unpredictable what the wheel alignment's going to be. But I'll get out and make sure I just want my wheel straight, just for the reference in front of me. So I don't know if everybody does that, but I like to have my wheel straight up and down, right off the bat, just so I know where my straight is. I guess you could say.
Yeah, I'm the same as you, Wesley. I didn't notice it from anybody else, and I thought maybe it hurt a couple of people. Hard to say, but I was glad to see you did it. You kept the car under you. It was a great run on a really tough night. Man and machine versus track. Congratulations on third, man. We'll give you the mic. Anybody you'd like to shout out?
Yeah, as always, East Coast Web Printers, Alive Church, and Kylou Glass for putting everything on for these guys, for us, I should say, and you guys. I'll watch the broadcast back tomorrow, and always enjoy Wind Tunnel, what you guys do. Say hi to my wife. She may be in bed already, but if she's still up, hey. My dad, I think he's watching. My cousin Daniel, my in-laws, I think are watching tonight. Kenneth and Kathy, my mom, and maybe my uncle Jimmy. He might be watching tonight. So hey, everybody, and go Vols.
All right, go Vols. Adam, that is Wes Pistol, the number 98. Third place here this evening.
I done caught up with the second place finisher, Michael Walker. Man, looks like you had a really good points night, but what could have you done differently to catch the alien of Ratliff?
Oh man, absolutely nothing. He's he's in his own zip code here.
Well, I mean, at times you showed that you were in your own zip code, and you look like even with that, you got on pit road real good. And I kind of want to hear what your tire situation was looking at because you came out in front of them and you stuck with them for a while. Did you have excessive tire wear, or were you having any handling problems tonight?
That first run, I checked him. I think 42 right front, 38 right rear. But he stayed out 4 laps longer than me, and 4 laps don't sound like a big deal, but at Old Atlanta, it's a massive deal. So there was there was zero chance I was holding him off with 4 lap older tires.
Yeah, but you like I said, you had a great run. Your car looked good. You didn't really get loose. Um, you looking forward to next week?
Yeah, I look forward to every Tuesday. I should know, but you know we're running next week.
You had to ask me.
Yeah, yeah, you can't put us
Uh,
on the spot in here, Michael.
hold on. It ain't posted yet. I don't even see it. Um,
Hampshire,
yeah,
New Hampshire. Yeah, that'll
yeah,
be
yeah. I like New Hampshire. I've done there good in the past. Maybe I can get up there and bang fenders with them. But how do you think your chances look for New Hampshire next week?
fun. That's not one of my better tracks. If I can get her in the top 5 and you know keep her clean, I'll think I'll probably take that. Considering it's not one of my good ones.
Yeah. Well, Michael, good finish for you tonight. I'll give you the floor, give you shout outs and stuff, and great job on the second place finish.
Yeah, thanks, Adam. And I was wondering about 5 to 10 laps ago. I was like, where is Newton tonight? And then found you here broadcasting. So appreciate you and Dean doing this. And of course, congrats to Jason on another great win. Yeah, of course, we appreciate all our league sponsors, Kylou Glass, Alive Church, and East Coast Web Runners. They keep the show moving on. And again, appreciate all you guys do. And hopefully have you out with us again next Tuesday, Adam.
Yeah, I hope so too. That was Michael Walker, your second place finisher tonight, Dean.
All right, it's time to turn our attention to Victory Lane, where the rifleman Jason Ratliff sits smoking a cigar with a glass of champagne. Congratulations, Jason.
Thank you, Dean. Thank you.
I mean, you made it look easy out there, Jason, and it is nothing but easy. Very familiar with this track. It's a handful out there, isn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a handful, and you got to be careful on the throttle and all your inputs. Pit road's tricky. You can't go in too hot, or you'll just slide right past it. So, yeah, a lot of curveballs tonight. But we ended up coming out on top.
Now, you look like you switched up lines pretty early. I take it that was on purposeful. You ran that high line there. Even in the marbles, Jason, I was a little surprised. The marbles didn't seem to affect you very much.
No, it didn't. I think it was just because there wasn't a whole lot of grip on the track in general that the marbles were just colder, so they kind of they did okay up there. And 3 and 4, I felt like it was okay for a little bit, and then I go back down to the bottom and be like 2 tenths faster. But yeah, just search around and make sure you don't get the tires hot or slide them, and rinse and repeat, pretty much.
Yeah, man, rinse and repeat is it. And, you seen like Michael was trying to do some stuff. Wes, they short pitted you. Were you any concern about that? How they got out in front of you?
I knew I couldn't because the fall off was so much. I couldn't go 5 extra laps like I would want to. So I just did a couple because I knew I was like, well, if I come out, I'll have fresher tires and I'll be pretty close to them, if not right on their bumper. And that's kind of what happened with Michael. I think he was like a little over a second ahead of me, and I had 2 3 lap tires fresher, and that makes a big difference. So yeah, just playing a little bit of strategy, and then just kind of came in the next lap of everybody else that pitted behind us. So just kind of cut them off there, just to keep a little buffer.
All right. Well, maybe next time we'll have to go to the new version, the Echo Park. What are your thoughts on that track?
Oh, I hate it. I don't like it. It's just a drafting track. I like this. Is a lot more skill involved than Echo Park.
Yeah, I mean us old heads, I'm not sure you're in my category of old head, but we kind of like the old instead of the new. But Jason, you're doing the same as you were doing before. I want to talk about your equipment before we let you go. You got some new equipment not too long ago. What do you think? Do you think it's helped in any way, and if so, how?
Yeah, it has. Just giving me more information and more precision, especially on my pedals, where before I had the G27 and there was no really resistance at all. So coming to these new pedals, they provide a lot more feedback to me, to where I can not really look at my inputs on the screen, and where I can just really drive by feel and kind of know what I'm doing by feel, how much brake I'm putting in it or throttle, and that really helps a lot. Like a lot, especially here. Like I couldn't have done it on those older pedals with this. Steering wheel does help quite a bit too. Make sure you don't put too much into it.
Yeah, well, never slight the G27 though, Jason. I ran that for many years myself. A good old wheel, a great starter wheel for some, but this new equipment, wow, good stuff. Good stuff from you tonight. Congrats on the victory, my friend, and we'll turn it over to you. Anyone you want to shout out?
Yeah, thank you, Dean. I like thank you guys up in the booth putting on a great broadcast. Missed you out there, Adam. Um, Always appreciate you on the track or in the booth, either one. Like to thank my team, United Motorsports. Congrats on teammate Michael Walker, second place. And like to thank all our league sponsors, Alive Church, Kylou Glass, East Coast Web Printing, um, and then just hopefully see you all soon. Everybody stay healthy.
All right, Adam, stay healthy. I love it. That's our winner, Jason Ratliff.
Yeah, he did a phenomenal job. Good shout outs and whatnot. And hopefully I'll be back on the track depending on where Mr.
Yeah,
Jared's car is.
he's gonna be at the Chili Bowl. We'd like to see you on the track too, but we also love you in the booth, Adam. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll have some conversations about that over the week. But for myself, Dean Doucette, for Mr. Adam the Bulldog Newton, who brought a bulldog into the YouTube chat tonight. I don't know how you did that,
Yeah.
Adam, but nonetheless, that's going to wrap it up here from Atlanta, and we'll see you right here next time on Wind Tunnel TV.